What's up guys, it's Goosey. I'm going to break down this little tearout gun for you guys. So right off the rip, like all of my sound design, it's mostly very simple stuff, right? It's just all post-processing, and even then it's really simple. But I have this basic serum patch right here, basic shapes, right? It's controlling most of everything with one LFO. Like my level for the volume for the oscillator A, the FM, the sync on oscillator B, the formant filter, the noise, the sub. It's pretty much being controlled all by one LFO, right? And then I have LFO2 and LFO4. These are controlling the pitch bend of the coarse pitch on both oscillators. Post processing is really simple. Inside serum effects, it's just a compression, delay. This is for added metallicness, some saturation, hyper dimension for some more width to the sound, right? For the processing on the bass, I usually start off always with an OTT just to glue everything together. I have the time up to 1000. I have a saturator just to bring it up in volume because after that OTT it does get a little quiet. I have an M comb. This is going to be for metallicness, right? Add some tonality to it. I have a freeform phase to completely squash the sound together. I have a corpus for even more tonality. I have an EQ to take out all the lows and boost the highs up a bit to make it a little bit more brighter. I have a spectral time that I'm just mostly using for like as the shifting. So this is like more just a frequency shifter in this case that I'm using it as. I have a kilohertz convolver for even more width to the sound. I have an OTT to glue all that processing together. Then it does get quiet again, so I do bring up a saturator once again. EQ, because after all that processing, the lows start to come back up. Like I said, the sound gets messy. So I want to take all those lows out again. I have another frequency shifter. I have a awesome rack by Sport Mode. It's a space rack. This will help add even more width to the sound with delay, reverb, and what else? I also have a convolution reverb for even more width because you can never have enough, right? I have this awesome plugin by Nasco and spectral compressor. This is like OTT on crack. Like I cannot get enough of this. My friend Wasabi showed me this and I was like, dude, this is amazing. Like this is game changing. Then we have our sub. My sub is always the same. I never really change it up. Here it is. It's the sine wave. Like I said from the other bass, I'm usually controlling everything with one LFO. Nothing's too complicated. There's not even processing on here. But you can see I do have a pitch bend on the chorus just to add some more impact to it and a little bit more stabbier when it hits. I have some distortion. I have an EQ to cut all the mids out because that's where my main gun is going to be sitting in this frequency spectrum. And then I have a soft clip just to end it off with. And then lastly, I do have some like additional tonal and transient layers, right? So I have like this and this one. And the processing is pretty much the same on both. It's just an EQ to cut out the lows. It doesn't mess with the sub. OTT to glue it together again. Saturator to bring it up in volume again. Spectral time, I have this feedback up a little bit. This will bring it more metallic-y, I guess. I have an EQ, cut out the lows again. And then I made this little peak because I really liked how this little peak sounded right here. And after that, you got the final result.